I'm Brian. At 58, doctors told me I had the heart of a 37-year-old man. They told me that after my heart transplant surgery. If you're a smoker, here are some tips in case that happens to you. First, you have to quit smoking before you can get on a list for a transplant. So quit now. And never feel sorry for yourself. I don't. I only feel sorry for that 37-year-old man.
Developed by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. For help quitting, call 866-QUIT-YES or visit quityes.org.
Support comes from WorkCare, providing occupational health and wellness solutions to improve workforce productivity. Learn more at workcarereadywell.com.
Good Monday morning to you. We hope you're having a wonderful start to your work week. Experiencing a little bit of technical difficulty with our opening track, but hopefully we'll get that figured out for later on this morning. But you're listening to WDBX FM Carbondale. I'm one of your hosts, Amy Fox, along with Mr. Gary Williams.
Good morning, Amy.
Good morning. And lots going on throughout the next couple of weeks here in Carbondale. And one of the things going on is the Herbal Medicine Workshop. We have Terry Hickey in studio this morning to tell us a little bit more about this program and what people can expect come tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yes. Hi, good morning, Amy and Gary. Thanks for having me. So, yes, this is our 6th annual Herbal Medicine Workshop. We started this, I guess, back in 2014. And what people can expect is everyone will get a guided tour of the medicinal herb garden. We have a 1/4 acre that is dedicated to just medicinal herbs. And so they'll be able to identify the medicinal herbs. We'll talk about how we grow them. We'll talk about what they're good for in terms of your health, what we do with them. Do we make tinctures, oils, salves, syrups? What do we do with all these herbs that are so good for your health? And then we also have a talk that will happen by Susan Camille, who is an acupuncturist and a clinical herbalist. She's going to be talking about summer herbal remedies. So she'll be speaking specifically about things like elecampane, which is a really good lung remedy, or hawthorn berry, which is a really good heart health remedy. She'll get specific and share some of the Eastern and Western modalities around these herbs. And then we'll demonstrate how we make a tincture or how we make an oil. And then we end the evening with a Q&A and roll right into a vegetarian potluck dinner. It's a really lovely evening.
And I guess if we have listeners this morning who maybe have never used herbal medicine, what would be your message to those folks? And then maybe those who are wanting to try them out.
Right. There's a lot of people, and I think more and more so, wanting to do more natural things for their health. And herbal medicine has been around for thousands of years. And I think people will be very surprised when they see some of the herbs. They're going to go, I've got that in my backyard. Plantain, mullein leaf, yarrow, some of these plants that are very common. And I think what I can say to people is come and check it out. You will feel very inspired and very empowered by the benefit of plant-based medicine. It's not, you don't just have to use allopathic medicine. Thank God we have allopathic medicine. We need the antibiotics and we need the surgeons and we need all those things. But there's so much people can do themselves in the way of eating correctly and using plant-based medicine for their health. I think people will be truly surprised at how empowering they will feel when they learn more about this.
And the workshop is really a good opportunity for people to get just a taste of a couple of different things, and especially if it is their first time ever talking or discussing herbal remedies.
Right. People will get a real hands-on experience of what do we do with the herbs once we grow them and harvest them? How do you turn that into medicine? And so we'll speak to that, and we'll actually demonstrate how we make a tincture. A lot of people don't even know what a tincture is. It's a herbal liquid extract. We harvest the herb, we chop it up finely, we put it in an alcohol water menstruum, we shake it every day. That alcohol is what is the solvent that draws the chemical compounds from the plant into the liquid. And then we strain it, and now you have a little bottle of a liquid extract that you can take orally each day or whenever you need it, and that becomes your medicine. It's the principle of it is very simple. There's so many herbs to learn about. I always tell people start with whatever you personally are interested in and go from there, because there's thousands of herbs you could study.
And it's probably interesting to get to see everything up close and personal on the farm rather than just hearing about it in a classroom, but actually getting to physically see it.
Yes, absolutely. And the reason we do it this time of year is the herb garden is peaked. It is so beautiful right now. With all the rains we've had this spring, the flowers are huge. We've got the elecampane flowers are blossoming. The calendula is blossoming. The mullein flowers are blossoming. We're even seeing the flowers for the elderberry coming on. So the garden is gorgeous right now, and walking through it and being in it and having a knowledgeable person guide you through what all these plants are is really cool.
And this is going on from 5 to 7:30. So how long will each of the sessions last?
Each session is 45 to 50 minutes, so you'll spend that much time in the garden, and then you'll spend that much time in a talk, and then we do a Q&A and kind of an overview and answer questions, and then roll into dinner. So we say 7:30, but honestly, people end up staying till almost 8. As soon as it gets dark, they start making their way to their cars.
And it looks like you can pre-register, Terry, or can you just pay at the door as well?
You can pay at the door. Pre-registration actually ended at midnight last night, okay. So people can just show up and pay at the event. It's at Dimepore Farm, which is 35 Nubbin Ridge Road in Anna, Illinois. People are welcome to go to our website, dimeporeherbals.com, and check out the registration and the information, and feel free to email us or even call us, 618-713-5996. We're happy to answer any questions, or if you want to kind of reserve a spot, we'll be happy to connect with you.
But I think one thing that's important to point out is this is really just the beginning, the starting conversation. You have other resources available to people who are maybe interested in utilizing or even learning more about different herbal medicines that you can grow, can make yourself.
Correct, yes. And we'll be offering not only all of our Dimepore Herbal products, but we'll be offering several books that people can actually buy on making herbal medicine. We'll be offering some of our plant starts that people can buy to help them get started with their own gardens. So there are many, many resources that we're offering. And like you said, Amy, just being out on the farm, it's a beautiful farm, and being in the garden is it's very visceral.
And, I think a lot of people don't like change, and so they may be skeptical or nervous about trying something different. But I'm sure you've probably heard a lot of success stories over the years.
Absolutely. I think my favorite success story is with my brother-in-law, who's a doctor, who for many years wouldn't even speak to me about herbs, because that was the other thing. And a couple years ago, he got really bad bronchitis for several weeks. And I said, Jim, elecampane and elderberry syrup. And he goes, all right, I'll try it. And he did. And he called me 2 days later, and he said, it's helping. And so much so that the next year my sister got the bronchitis, and he goes, are you taking your elecampane and elderberry syrup? So the fact that I won over an MD is really fun, and it's great because it's just another tool in the box, right? There's many things we can do for our health, but this is a really accessible and affordable way for people to use plant-based medicine.
And there are a lot of benefits to using herbal medicines, not only when you are sick, but just as kind of routine maintenance, everyday use. Right.
I mean, a good example of that is elderberry syrup keeps your immune system boosted. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of people that might take a tablespoon a day of that, or echinacea is also an immune booster. Tulsi holy basil is an adaptogen, and it can help create body balance and stress relief. Let's just say there's a lot of stress in people these days, so that's a really good one. And some of these herbs you get into your system over time, and it really creates great balance in your body and mind.
And are the herbal medicines, are they good for children as well?
Yeah, good question. They really are, actually, because it's drops of a liquid extract, you can really control how much you give a child. And there's many rules you can use in dosing a child. A common one is you take the weight of the child, divide by 150, and use that percentage of the adult dosage, which really makes sense because then it's based on the child's body mass and what it can absorb. And there's a variety of ways that you can take the liquid extract because it's an alcohol base. You can put it in warm water, let the alcohol evaporate. You can put it in a little bit of juice or a little bit of tea. There's a variety of ways that you can ingest it.
Interesting stuff. Terry, anything else you'd like to mention? Maybe we forgot to ask you.
I think you guys were really thorough. I do want to mention, the weather's kind of wonky. We get rain here and there. We're not anticipating rain tomorrow afternoon, hopefully. But if it does rain, our rain date is the following Tuesday, which is the 25th. So there is a rain date. But people can call us, like I said, 618-713-5996. And we're happy to answer any questions you might have. We're happy to kind of get you registered over the phone as well.
Great. Lots of good information. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
And we're going to take a short break and get you some announcements, and we'll be right back.
Good morning. This is Alicia with the City of Carbondale here to bring you this week's calendar of events. On Wednesday, June 19, 2019, it's Chill Out in the Park. The City of Carbondale Fire Department is partnering again this year in this program sponsored by the Carbondale Park District. The event will take place beginning at 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. at Tatum Heights Park. The fire department will provide a water spray for children to play. Please join them as they try to beat the summer heat. For more information, please call 549-4222. Also on Wednesday, June 19, 2019, Carbondale Main Street is excited about the Brown Bag Concert Series. This week's guest is Bill Harper. The concert is free and begins at 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. There will be a raffle drawing to win a gift card from a downtown business. Concerts are family friendly, so don't forget to bring your lunch and a lawn chair or blanket. For more information, please call 529-8040. And on Thursday, June 20th, 2019, is there a better way to spend a summer evening than listening to wonderful music in the great outdoors? It's Carbondale's tradition, the Sunset Concert. This week's guest is the Josephines, a self-proclaimed ragtime group of rock and roll drenched country hoodlums from Bowling Green, Kentucky, playing alternative country. This event begins at 7 p.m. at Turley Park. For more information, please call 453-5714. And on Saturday, June 22nd, 2019, join the city arborist for a guided walking tour beginning at 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Come out to observe and appreciate our community forest. Learn more about the different tree types as well as planting tips. All participants will be entered to win a free tree planted by the City of Carbondale. The tour will start and finish at Turley Park. Participants are encouraged to wear comfortable clothes and shoes. For more information, please call 559-1939. Also on Saturday, June 22nd, it's Fresh Fitness. The exercise classes will begin at 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Turley Park during the Carbondale Farmers Market. SIU fitness instructors will teach a variety of cardio and strength training classes. No experience is necessary. Participants are encouraged to wear comfortable clothes and bring a water bottle, towel, and or yoga mat. A cash donation of $5 is suggested. For more information, please call 559-1939. For information on these events and others, please visit our websites at WDBX.org or CarbondaleTourism.org, or you can reach us by phone at 618-457-3228. Thank you and have a great week.
Good Monday morning to you. The time now is 10:15 a.m. You're listening to WDBX FM Carbondale. The show is Talk of the Town, and we're joined in studio this morning with Diana Sussman from the Carbondale Public Library. Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me. Good morning. Today's the first day of summer reading, so it's a very exciting day.
And that's one of our main points of conversation this morning. I think there's been a lot of research and a lot of studies done that show that kids have trouble retaining all of their skills throughout the summer. And one effort is the summer reading program at the public library. And you have lots of fun stuff going on with that.
We have so much fun. I don't even know how to explain it all. But I'll tell you a little bit, because really we have things for from birth to like the whole lifespan. We will entertain you this summer and keep you reading. So we have quite a bit. So just like starting with the children's, because that's what you were just referring to, was the ability to retain what you've learned and still be reading ready when you go back to school. We do a lot to encourage reading. We have programs that are geared toward each age level. So like the little kids, birth to 5, is based on the number of books that they're reading, and of course books that are read to them count, and that's a very important part of developing reading skills, is to have parents and caregivers read to children. And then once you get to age 6 on up to where you're reading more independently, then it's based on the number of minutes. But basically, in addition to entertainment, there are a lot of prizes that you can earn. So you can register for summer reading either by going online to our website, carbondalepubliclibrary.org, or you can come to the library and you can register with the volunteers, and they'll do that for you online. And then you can either record your minutes or your number of books read online yourself independently, or you can come into the library and have the teen volunteers do that for you. If you want to record just using a traditional sheet, you can do that as well, and just bring your sheet in before July 24th. And then you get, just for registering, participating, no matter how much you read, you can come in weekly and get a small prize. You can also, we have a weekly drawing that's based on the number of minutes or books that you read. Each time you hit a milestone, we put your name in the hat. So there's a weekly prize drawing, and then there's a grand prize. There are 3 grand prizes for the kids, and that's mostly having to do with movie kits, so free movie tickets and that kind of thing. And then the teens have a very similar setup in terms of what how the program works, but the teen prizes are a Chromebook, a cell phone accessory kit that includes a Bluetooth speaker, charger, headphones, or a $100 Amazon gift card. So the teens have some really high stakes, and there aren't as many teens reading, unfortunately, but that also means you have a better chance of winning one of those 3 grand prizes.
And the program kicks off today.
And the program kicks off today, and it goes through July 24th. Even adults have a way to participate. We have an adult bingo, so you get to mark off a bingo square if you go to a library program or if you read a book under a particular genre. And then once you reach bingo, you can come in and spin the wheel to win a prize. So lots of prizes, lots of incentives, and then, of course, lots of entertainment. So we always have some big performers that bring in, 100 people, and it's fantastic, and a lot of energy in the library. So this week, on June 20th, we have Juggling Jeff, and he's very funny. So that'll happen on Thursday. Some of the other biggies are the Jungle Book on Tuesday, July 9th at 6:30 p.m. This Thursday it's 10:30 a.m. Sorry, I missed saying that. We have Science Tellers. It's interactive storytelling using science that'll take place July 20th. And then at the very end, we have Jeannie B., and she does music, and her performance involves bubbles and bubble wrap. And it's very well attended, and that's where we draw the grand prizes. That's at 2 p.m. on Friday, July 26th. In the middle of that, we also have family movies. We have family story times every Tuesday at 10. Starting tomorrow would be the first one. We have family-friendly programs every where did it go? I apologize. I lost my place. We are doing Hamiltunes, where you come in and sing along to Hamilton songs. Yes. We have to warn you, of course, Hamilton was written for adults. Yeah. So we want you to please, accompany anyone who's 14 or younger and understand that, there's adult language in it, but it should be very, very cool. There are just so many programs going on. You've got to come. If you just look at our website or come by and pick up the materials, you'll see everything, because you really want to make sure that you're coming to something you want to go to and you don't miss something that you were looking forward to.
Right. And it really seems like there's a big piece of the programs involve some type of educational component, especially for the children's programs, which is so important.
Yeah, absolutely. The one of our biggest programs that's going on this summer and goes on all year long, really. We have a summer program, a spring program, and a fall program is Project Next Generation, and that's for kids in 5th through 8th grade. Mm-hmm. And it's STEAM, it's science, technology, art, engineering, math. And that's funded through a grant through Secretary of State Jesse White. Mm-hmm. And that program is always filled up. You've got to pre-register and get your kids in there. But it is spectacular. You'll get as much out of that as you would out of any science camp or art camp, that you can go to locally or elsewhere. It's just really top-notch programming. And we've been doing that for more than 15 years. Wow. So we're very proud of that program. It's highly educational. You can also get computer help from us. Mm-hmm. So if you can always just ask a question and we'll help you out. But if you are, struggling to learn something having to do with your smartphone mm-hmm. or having to do with your computer, you can come in on Monday evenings and we'll help you with a little bit more intensive one-on-one sit-down support. Mm-hmm. We try to offer lots of educational opportunities for people of all ages and encourage community interaction and mm-hmm. encourage reading.
And it's great to expose people to the library as well, especially those young kids.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And, I've read a statistic recently that's very heartwarming, which is that people of the millennial generation are using mm-hmm. libraries now even more than senior citizens are using libraries. Mm-hmm. And it's always been that we've got a lot of senior citizens using libraries because when people are retired, then they have time to read and they're mm-hmm. looking for ways to engage. They have a little bit more time in their lives. So we always have that side of the spectrum, and so to know that people in their 20s and 30s are coming to the library in droves is really fantastic, not just for us as libraries because we want to remain relevant and that shows mm-hmm. us that we are, but also just as a society that we have an engaged society that's interested in reading and interested in lifelong learning. That keeps us civilized and it's the world we want to live in, mm-hmm. right? So that's a very heartwarming statistic. People are still reading and still coming in the doors, and we're so busy that I love it when someone who hasn't had a reason to come into our library, maybe they're from out of town or just not a library user, or mm-hmm. sometimes they're coming in to fix the electricity or something, and they'll walk in the door and look around and they go, oh my gosh, this place is packed. Mm-hmm. I really am proud of that.
And, too, the application process to get a library card so you can actually start checking out books and checking out DVDs. Yeah. It's very painless.
Yeah, it's very painless. Yes. You bring in a a photo ID. Doesn't matter what address is on your photo ID. We check your Carbondale address based on a piece of mail that you've received or a bill in your name, just something that proves that you live in the Carbondale city limits. If you have a library card from elsewhere really anywhere within driving distance of Illinois, honestly, it's the lower half, more than the lower half of Illinois, where you're automatically in our system and you can use that library card at our library. There are a few people who are not automatically taxed for library service, so they can pay those library taxes in person if they want a library card, and we can estimate that for them. It's exactly what they would have paid if their house was sitting in a library district. So, and then we also have a new service that I want to tell you about. It's called Hoopla. We already do an ebook service, Cloud Library, but Hoopla is a new one that we're adding on top of that. So you'll be able to get 5 items per month from us. And it's not just ebooks, it's also audiobooks, movies, TV shows, and you can check out 5 per month. There's never any waiting. So there's no reason to put anything on hold. If you want it, you check it out right then. So
that's interesting, because I would assume when you were talking about the more millennials using libraries, I would assume though that fewer people are reading paper books, correct?
Actually, no, it's not really fewer.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that is cool. It's really kind of just dependent on what works well for you. So your brain is actually doing something slightly different if you're reading on a screen than if you're reading on paper. And I think a lot of people are really still very much gravitating toward paper books, so that's still where the much higher circulation numbers are. But there are definitely people who want the convenience of just being able to download a book and not having to go somewhere to do it, to get it instantly. And for some people, that's also more accessible. Like if you're low vision, to read on a screen, you can make the print as large as you want. So there are a lot of different factors. So it's really just a preference, but the digital books haven't usurped the print books.
Good.
Lots of good information. I know we try to jam as much as we can into this interview time. But Diana, if people would like to learn more about the Carbondale Public Library, learn more about the programs you're offering this summer, where's the best place to go for that?
Well, I'd say first of all, take a look at our webpage, and that's carbondalepubliclibrary.org. And that's going to have a calendar on it that has all of our events, and it's going to have pretty much all the information you could want. Or just stop by and see us and take a look around and get some of the flyers and materials. Whatever method works best for you is fine with us. We're there. We're open 67 hours a week. We're there 7 days a week. So we are a very, very accessible library.
Great.
No excuses, Amy.
Yeah. I know, right? Thanks so much, Diana.
Yeah, take care, guys.
And Gary, you have one other announcement.
Do I?
Yeah, about our Tree Talks program.
I don't know if it was an announcement. We were gonna keep an ear for that. We have a new program. We're always very proud of all the trees that we have around the city. We're a Tree City USA, I think, for 39 consecutive years.
Sounds
but anyway,
right.
we've got a new program. We have a city arborist, and the first one is this Saturday from 9 to 11. We're going to meet at Turley Park, and if residents are interested in learning more about all the diversity of trees in the community and get planting tips and maintenance tips and any other questions you may have about tree identification, come out. We're just going to take a walk through the neighborhood. You can bring your pet.
Yep, on a leash. Yep, wear comfortable clothes and be prepared for a good time.
Obviously. So anyways, this will be the first of 3 we're going to do. We're going to see how it takes off. But if you like trees, come on out and you can probably learn something.
Yep, lots of good information. We hope to see you on Saturday. And that does it for us. Have a great day.
This hour of programming is brought to you in part by your membership contributions and by Arnie's Sandwiches, offering deli sandwiches, soups, and salads daily, including the Macho Man Marvel, Bosque del Bomber, and a selection of gluten-free options. Catering with lunch boxes, sandwich trays, and party subs also available. Arnie's Sandwiches, open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at 2031 South Illinois Avenue for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery. 529-4300.
Jazz up your weekend with great vocalists, big band, and swing. It's Grandma's Jazz with me, Gene Armstrong, Saturday morning from 10 till noon. Please join me for music to enhance your Saturday. That's Grandma's Jazz, 10 a.m. Saturday on WDBX Carbondale, 91.1 FM, and streaming live at WDBX.org.